Josh and Frankie. What a couple of dumb shits. Hello, primates! You found Primus Tracks. Congratulations! Today we are talking about Duo de Twang. It's part 2, or part duo, I guess, of our Duo de Twang discussion. Frankie, what do you think of that from the 39th floor of Primus Tracks Towers?
Incredibly excited.
I am excited, too, because we have one or two special guests today, and I want to bring in one of them right now. He's a strapping young man who's joined Primus Tracks many a time. Haven't seen him for a while. Happy to see him again. It's Tim Soya!
Hey.
What's up, Tim Soya? Welcome back
My
to
friends.
Primus Tracks.
Frankie, I see your forehead. It's amazing, as always.
We're raring to
Thank
go. I've also, because we're talking twang, we had to bring in even more luminaries. And so, joining us for the first time, he's coming in right now from the Zoom waiting room.
Oh, it's funny that I'm on the computer.
Oh, dude, there he
Are you
is.
serious?
It's Wylie Woods. Welcome to Primus Tracks, Wylie Woods.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So now I met you the other night and you weren't all dressed up like you are now. Do you dress up for
Dressed
doing interviews? Is that what you do?
Yeah, this is my doctor interviewer get up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wanted to. I honestly did. I just did not have time to put it together to get dressed up. But I do need to wash my hands.
So how you doing, Soya?
I'm doing good. I'm home. Tour's ended.
I don't even think we've discussed it yet on the podcast because of our recording schedule, but the Claypool Gold Tour has been announced. The dates
That's
are
right.
out there now. The lineup's out.
It kind of came out of the New Year's we did last year, not the one that just happened, but the year before when
Right.
Tim quit, and we kind of did the less retrospective, I think is what this is kind of based off of, you know?
Right. Yes, very much.
Unfortunately, the Holy Mackerel will not be there, which is a bummer because that's my favorite.
Yes, that's what makes the touring rendition of Claypool Gold unique in that you don't get the mackerel, but you do get the delirium.
You get the Delirium, you get the Frog Brigade, which could be anything. Who knows what that's going to be? And then Primus, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping we do some rehearsals and see what the hell's going to happen because we got to have to build the stage and all that stuff.
Of
every
course.
Okay.
How's that feel now? Clean hands?
Yeah. And I feel like I kind of let my day go a little bit. You know, I didn't clean my nuts. Nothing
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, but it's a little better. Having my hands clean. It's like a little bit better.
We're here, of course, to talk about Duo de Twang and the tour life thereof. And Wylie, it's great to have you on. And it was great to meet you at New Year's Eve as well. Great to
Don't
have
say
you here.
fart or nothing like that, right?
You can say fart. You can say heck. You can say hullabaloo. You can say all those words.
Can you say anything that starts with a P?
We'll push the boundaries of it for sure.
Okay, here, let's go.
We say Primus a lot, so like if we can get away with that, we can say a whole lot of things.
That's funny.
And Wylie, you were an integral part of it, joining the guys on stage a bunch in 2013. And Soya, you were on the tour. And as I like to do when we have Soya and somebody else on, I just like to lob questions out there and let you guys go. So when it comes to Duo de Twang, Soya, how'd you get involved?
It's an interesting story. As always, I come and go with Primus. I don't think I'd even met you yet, Wylie. Isn't that when I first met you? Was on the Duo de Twang,
Correcto.
right?
On the bus.
When we got picked up, and then we drove out of Petaluma. We got sandwiches and headed down to Solana Beach.
That was the first time I met you.
Awesome.
Well, I was working Sheryl Crow at the time, in my 13th year of that camp, and a bunch of us got to the point where we thought we were going to get let go because Cheryl moved to Nashville and she signed to Warner Nashville, and we all figured it was over with the crew flying in from everywhere. And it started unfolding as to be a reality that if you didn't live in Nashville, you probably weren't going to be sticking around on her crew much longer. And ironically, we did the last gig I did was in Las Vegas. It was a corporate for somebody at some casino. I can't remember where or when. I point blank asked the production manager, like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Because I need to know, you know. And he was like, well, I'm trying to keep you guys on as long as possible. It's you can see how it's. I said, okay, I don't need you to keep me on for another week or 2 weeks. I need to know what's going on. Okay, dude, I'll get you an answer. Go home from Vegas, and literally the next day, Brad Sands calls me and says, dude, what do you do? We need your help, dude. We got this fucking Duo de Twang, and our bass tech's got a bail, and Les told me to call you again. What are you doing? Oh, shit. I said, Brad, that's interesting because I think the Sheryl Crow thing is going to end for me. I think that's they're mixing shit up over there. And he goes, all right, well, I need to know soon. So if things change, call me back. And I said, okay, I'm hoping to hear real soon here. Literally 2 hours later, my phone rings and it's the production manager from Sheryl Crow saying, dude, got bad news. Totally sorry. You and so and so and so and so and so and so are all getting cut. It's like an honorable discharge. You'll get a severance check. Cheryl says she's sorry, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The fucking moment that he hung up the phone, I called Brad Sands back. Dude, if fucking things change, bro. What's going on? Get me on the tour, dude. I'm ready. And next thing you know, I'm on the bus meeting Wylie Woods with Kehoe drinking Coors Buckskins. It was amazing. It's the way to do it.
Them, there ain't no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's a great way to get on the tour. Get your severance from the other guy. Double dip.
Kind of how it always goes. Something will end, and I'll just get a call from Primus miraculously right then where they need me again. So
it always works out. And then Wylie, I've heard like 3 or 4 different versions of how you got involved with all this business. You don't. Okay. If you want to hear them, I'll tell you. But
sure, yeah, hell yeah, I would love to hear it.
Somebody said, "Oh yeah, that's just Les's neighbor." Somebody else said they found him in the woods, in the forest, just like being a leprechaun. And so, there's a lot of apocrypha out there about your origin of getting into the camp.
What?
I'm trying to use 25-cent words to impress you.
Okay, what's that? What?
Apocrypha of dubious origins.
Sounds like my worst haircut is what it sounds like.
How'd you get involved with all this business?
I play music, and I'm kind of like, I guess, twangy. So he wanted me to like do that thing. He started it out doing a little bit different. Can you help me out here, Tim? Like historical wise?
I don't know any. I didn't know anything about it until the Solano Beach show.
No way.
I didn't even know it was a band until Brad called me and said, "Hey, I need you for this with Les," and I was like, what is it? And he's like, it's just him and Kehoe. I said, oh, fuck, get me involved if I can. And then everything changed and I got involved. That's the first I heard of it.
Well, it seemed like it was just seat of the pants kind of flying. It was like he was going to do it. There was hardly strictly bluegrass, and he did it with Merv. He said, oh, yeah, can you put together a little band with maybe 2 people to open up for us down at Phil Lesch's place down there? So I said, yeah, sure. And then I showed up with 3 people, and he was all mad at me that I had 3 people instead of 2 people. I'm like, dude, everyone loves you. Don't worry. Everyone's going to hate me. Just get ready for the hate. Okay. Like whatever I do ain't going to be good. It ain't going to.
So what did you guys do with that show? I wasn't familiar with
that. Was
show.
like, I made a name of a band, and he said it was the stupidest name ever. I called it Bad Catahoula. Because I had a Bad Catahoula at the time, So I named it Bad Catahoula. And then I did that and opened up for him. And then Merv couldn't go on tour, so he got Kehoe.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on. And he had me come in, and I forget what the order was. I don't know if we recorded shit for that album right then and there or not. But he was like, get ready. We might go on tour is what he told me. And it was like, I didn't know. And then he went on a bunch of tour and then called me up. When I met you was for that Northwest tour thing. Mm-hmm. And that's when I met you.
That's the first time you were in the band on that as well.
Yeah. I played like a couple opening shows before Kehoe played with it.
Yeah.
And then I think that was it. I might've recorded. I can't remember the timeline. I might've recorded on the album in between there, but then he grabbed me for some pickup shows and not a ton of touring, but I did a few weeks there with you there, and then we went up to Florida and did all that stuff over there, Jam Cruise and all that. But
Man.
And then we did the Northeast.
yeah, I didn't make it up to that. You
didn't do that one.
I was there in spirit. You love me so much. You thought I was there, but I wasn't. I'm like the only musician that cleans his own shit up. Like that's why.
That's why they can't tell whether you're there.
As far as I knew, you were in the band the whole. Hold on a second. We did a couple shows that you weren't there.
Right.
That's what it was. Me and Mills drove a U-Haul truck down to Solano Beach.
Exactly.
And we did.
He said, "Be ready. Maybe I'll go." But then he was like, "Oh, everything's going good. I don't need you." But he said, "Be ready," because he was a little worried about the sound. And then he thought he might need an extra thing.
It was all broken up into like bits and pieces here and there, so I can't really remember. But at one point you came in and you guested, and then next thing you know, you were on the bus with us every show, like you were in the band.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then there was another amp I'd set up for a actual guest that would show up now and again.
Okay.
I just wish I was an actual guest. Is like would have been like my goal in life would to be the actual guest.
I think you.
But it was just
were
fucking Wylie.
It was just Wylie. Get up here. Yeah.
Fucking go set up your own shit.
I set up your shit. Well, you didn't set up your shit. You were on the bus drinking beer with Keo, and I set your.
I was not. No, I worked with you. I helped you guys, man. It's like. Ain't nothing to do but work. I mean, what the hell am I gonna? I never been on a tour bus before, like a real actual tour bus. So Soya is telling me, it's like, dude, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. Like Sherpas in fucking like climbing Everest don't do that. Like he's like, oh, dude. He's like, oh, because I showed up and I had about, I don't know, 300 pounds of gear.
Oh man.
I'm like, I think I'm camping or something. He's like, dude, calm the fuck down. You need to bring this many socks, this many pairs of underwear, this many things. And he's dude, and don't take your shoes off and don't do this. Like no, he schooled me on this shit, dude, because I had no idea what what it was like, you know.
The thing that you got to understand, the luxury level of that tour, that we had a 45-foot tour bus with 5 people on it. It was Les, Kehoe, me, Mills. Brad would come in and out, and then you kind of joined and were on the bus with us. But for a while, it was just 4 of us on the bus.
So you guys could really spread out.
Dude, it's ridiculous. When you're on a bus and there's like 9 other dudes, it's like there's no room for anything anywhere to do anything. And there's everybody drinks and eats everything. It's gone. Like we were just living large, man. It was amazing. And then you showed up. Yeah, I remember you showed up with like 4 suitcases for like a
no,
1
they
week
weren't suitcases. They were like more like a deerskin wrapped piles of
what did you bring?
Like weapons and axes, and like you don't need an axe, Wylie. Why are you bringing an axe on the tour? I'm like, well, I might need it.
Well,
in case I find something good.
There was a campfire prop, for crying out loud. What if you needed more wood?
Man, that was the whole show, dude.
It was the show. Yeah, he brought the Hicko out on that show, and that was the Duo de Twang.
Yeah, that was a really cool setup with the campfire, and it just goes those guys sitting down, and you had to stand, Wylie. I remember because I caught one of those shows. You didn't get to sit down, did you?
No.
Well, I mean, I didn't really want to because like my old band, all we did was sit down like that. That's all we did. And
gotcha.
So I was into like standing up like the old guys used to do. So I was actually into it. Yeah, because we used to sit down. My whole band, we only sat down, and it was limiting as far as, standing over a crowd, especially on shitty stages and, mid stages where everyone's there. It's like, yeah, we lost a lot like sitting down all the time. So like they could do it because, well, Les is a giant fucking rock star, so he can do that stuff. But yeah, all my old bands, Stiff Day Cat and stuff. Yeah, we sat down, and that was our idea. We wanted to have like people just wheeling out kegs to us and having tables in front of us and having the fire and all that stuff. So it's like Les kind of grabbed all that shit, but he could pull it off way better,
I'm actually curious about your bands and your gigs and your history, because I don't think listeners know a lot about you. So were you gigging all over California?
Well, I I didn't want to play music my whole life until I heard of Victim's Family, basically.
Yes.
And then I was like, wow, I heard that. And I'm like, I need to play some kind of instrument.
You're not the only one that's happened to, my friend. That's a common story across the board in Sonoma County.
Mandolin, very interesting choice coming from
like,
hearing Victim's Family.
Mandolin. Yeah, totally.
It just like made sense.
Makes perfect
it made
sense.
all the sense in the world. You know, it really did.
And then Stiff Dead Kitty was born. There you go.
Is that how you got hooked up with Les? Was it through your band and performing?
Yeah. Well, not really. It was some weird thing. It was more of a fishing thing. Somehow, like, because I was playing music and stuff like that, and there were people that knew people. In fact, Leanne
LaJoy, yep,
was working with Les. Like, I think that's why we ended up like getting a gig with him at the first time. But the thing that's weird is I'd met him before because people were like, all, oh, he fishes, you fish, you fish. It was a fishing thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like, it ended up being like we're talking about fishing, really. And that's what really happened with us. It was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like, let's go. And being out on the water, then it's like, oh shit. Then you make really good friends when people know how to tie a knot, you know?
Carolina rig. Boom.
Yep.
Carolina rig, do nothing worm. No, that's a great point. If you can hack it out there on the water, you know, you're going to earn the respect and esteem of your peers. That makes perfect sense.
What do you mean hack it out on the water? What are you talking about?
Make your own way. Like you said, tie a knot, tie a fly, like do your own dirty work.
Well, see, Les needs guys like you around his friends because I'm not that guy. I will not go fishing. I've done it many, many times. It's not that I won't go fishing. I don't like it. And he knows that. So when he runs into new dudes like you that are fishermen, he's all about it. Then you're his buddy immediately.
Well, we were talking back then, it's talking about going for tuna, right? It's like, you gotta imagine you're talking about a giant commitment on a day, hanging out with someone where you're going to get out there before dark and run 50 miles out to chase tuna.
I attempted one day with him. We didn't make it though. It was too rough. We turned around.
That happens too, but you still spend all the money to do it, right? It's like tuna fishing I think that's what really bonded us, but we did salmon fishing too, but tuna fishing's a big deal.
It sounds like a big investment of time and energy.
It's a giant amount of time and energy for sure.
Oh, right on.
I think that's how we really bonded was doing that. But yeah, and I think after that, he's like, oh, the dude fishes. Then he's like, oh, the dude's a hick. Oh, he can do Duo de Twang. I think it was just a natural like click thing.
There was a criteria sheet, and he started checking boxes down the list, and you made it, dude.
Yeah, that flow chart.
Like, yep, that dude can do it.
But, my stupid Duo de Twang band. I got to get that Wylie dude. He'll fit right in.
Yeah, and that was great, and it did. But I'm telling you, it's like, are you ready for this? First show we do is in South Lake Tahoe. My first show.
Okay,
and it's so loud, and the sound was so bad, it was fucking shitty.
That place was fucking terrible.
Then we go to fucking Soya's hometown and play Grass Valley.
Right.
And that place is awesome.
That was killer. But
guess what? I'm hungover because that's what happens at casinos. I get fucking hungover. But we go there. I did the disco dance for the first time there in Grass Valley.
Yes.
And it was a curse, actually, that happened on me. That he wouldn't let go, but it was so fun in Grass Valley. But Seattle, it was good in Seattle too, because I'm from the Cascades, so yeah, Seattle, like those people have my band. Yeah, doing the Cascades was awesome for me because they're all my people. But
where was the show in Seattle, Josh? I don't even remember.
We did the Neptune Theater or whatever.
That's right. I actually caught you guys on that Cascades run at the Hemp Fest.
Oh shit! That's when they
State
were
of
on their way
Jefferson
back.
one, right?
Yeah, the Hemp Fest. That was crazy. Remember that, Tim? It was like
Yes.
there was no one there, and we were like, what the fuck is this? The Hemp Fest. That was the worst show. Oh my god! Remember that?
State of Jefferson,
That's
dude.
when you guys liked the fact that I helped. Remember that shit? Oh my god!
You were in the spotlight
We're
the
all
whole night.
hollering like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? We got to get the fuck out of here.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
like, yeah, that Hemp Fest. That was where was that? That was in like Wairika or some shit.
It was outside Grants Pass.
State of Jefferson. Yeah,
Oh
that was
my-
some fucked up shit. That was the worst. That was some fucked up shit.
It was kind of a makeshift stage. It was out in a field, and there was all the hemp vendors and demonstrations, and of course a whole lot of weed. And it was just in a field. And I do recall thinking as I was driving out there, because it's a convoluted way to get out there, I was thinking, I wonder who chose this for them.
Somebody's wallet chose that is what happened. The money was decent enough that it got added. It had no other reasons other than money, I'm sure.
Yeah. It seemed like there was a decent crowd when you guys took
So
the
then when
stage.
Duo came on, did you go, wow, that motherfucker Wylie Woods was the best thing I ever seen in my life?
I was like, that's some
Did
bitch
you think
standing
that?
there. That's some bitch
What?
that won't sit down. He's my guy. He's a performer. He doesn't sit down.
And I got one more question for you, Dr. Josh Bald.
Certainly.
What's up with Frankie's forehead? Frankie, you gonna say something here?
I'm just basking in the glory of your recollections.
Actually, we should make Frankie recite the line that Les would use when he gave his reason for being seated. Do you remember it, Frankie?
His reason for being seated is that it's his fuck off vacation band.
That was one of his statements. Do you remember the other one he made every once in a while? It's a word that starts with P, so this will delight Wylie to no end.
What was it?
It started with E. I think it was at one of the LA shows. I had seen footage of that one, and Les said, we're up here on stage and we're sitting down and we're twanging away and we're seated because we're so excited to see all of you that we have massive erections and we don't really want you to see them. We don't want them to stick out.
He's saying all sorts of stuff.
That was in Malibu, right? With Lur sat in on that one in Malibu.
Good memory.
The big thing was going on the boat. Remember the boat?
Oh, of course I remember the boat. That was hilarious, dude. So the Jam Cruise happens.
Jam Cruise, yeah.
And Les
2014.
Les had already done the Jam Cruise maybe twice.
He'd done it with Frog Brigade for sure, yeah.
I know he did it with Frog Brigade. Keto
Fancy.
had done it about four times, and I think two of them were with Frog Brigade. So I think they did it at least twice with Frog Brigade. Keto did it with somebody else too. Anyway, next run is going to be, we're going to fly to Florida. We're going to go on this Jam Cruise, and there's going to be some Florida dates. Okay, that's cool. But it turns out Les didn't want to stay on the boat any longer than he had to, because you only had to play twice to fulfill your contract, and the rest was like hanging and jamming with everybody. And Les was like, I'm not into hanging and jamming with everybody on this one. So we get on the boat. This guy's played that night. Remember, we played the big theater.
2 nights.
Yeah, the first night we played, we got on the boat.
But we were on the fucking the front of the boat there, and
then the big theater stage. Yeah, and so we play that night after getting all our shit on there.
Bow.
And then
we were on the bow up there, and it was like.
And then the next
bumpy.
afternoon, we played by the swimming pool stage out in the daytime.
Yep.
Afternoon show. Got everything packed up, stayed the night, woke up. We were in Jamaica. The boat pulled in.
And we flew out of Jamaica.
And we fucking unloaded everything and flew back to Florida.
Yeah, and played more shows up in Florida. We played
and then we did like 2 or 3
shows
shows in Florida and then flew home. Or Atlanta. I can't remember. We did a bunch of shit.
No, it was just Florida.
Was it just
we
Florida?
Played Disneyland, dude. We played Disneyland. House of
You
Blues.
did, yeah. Buena Vista, House of Blues. Yep, and St. Petersburg, Fort Lauderdale. Little Florida run. The Jam Cruise set lists are very entertaining. There's a lot of details on them. Wylie, you were up there for Bridge and Staying Alive and Battle of New Orleans, Pipeline and Jerry. So you got a good chunk of the set. You were up there and people were mystified.
I didn't know he
sure.
still let me play that many songs by then.
Yeah, you were up there for a bunch. This one also says the first night in the Pantheon Theater at Jam Cruise that there was a wedding proposal or a marriage proposal.
I didn't mean it. I just wanted to have sex.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
That was kind of a nightmare show because those sound guys didn't know what they were doing. They were
It was
total
bad.
hacks.
It was bad.
And it was like we had 10 minutes to get it together, and
It
the
was
dude
horrible.
couldn't even figure out how. Like
The
Les would
sound was
stomp
so
on the
bad.
lid,
It was
and it
horrible.
sounded like you were knocking on a cardboard box or a door.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was like so bad. And the guy's like, "Okay, you guys, you ready?" I'm like, "Dude, dunk, dunk, dunk. Do you hear that?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like,
Oh no.
"Oh my
Okay,
God,
I'm glad
dude."
you're saying that, Timmy, because fucking it was horrible. It was like
horrible.
the worst fucking show ever.
No.
That was
Except
terrible.
for maybe the first night on the other tour was the South Lake Tahoe place. Echo. It's like we couldn't hear. No one could hear anything. It was
Well, that place in Tahoe was like a Quonset hut kind of vibe. And because the ceiling was curved the way it was and behind the stage was curved back, the people that were way out where Jason Mills was doing sound, you could hear them talking on the stage.
Oh, yeah, because the sound goes around
It traveled.
that
And
curve
so
of the rotunda.
Les is like playing and they get kind of quiet and you just be like, oh, you could just hear people talking and he'd stop and he'd be like, "Pipe down, everybody. Jesus Christ, trying to play a show up here." And he kept looking at me. He goes, "Dude, what the fuck is going on? Why can't I can't hear anything except people talking?" Like, dude,
yeah.
it's this fucking shitty venue, dude. Place sucks.
Oh man.
Oh, it was bad, but yeah, that first room. The other one was a auditorium on a jam boat, and it was outside air, and it sounded good.
Yeah, it was by the pool. It's in the afternoon.
Yeah, that one was good.
Okay.
That one was good.
So Pool Deck was a lot better than Pantheon Theater.
And then we left.
Yeah, that theater was bad, but you could really feel like the fucking ocean on that front. It was like a little bit woozy, and it was like, we're like ocean faring fellas. I'm just saying. But you could actually feel it. It was like, yeah, we did not play good.
Oh, wow. Were you getting jostled by the action of the waves?
No, it was bad sound. It was bad. I was jostled by bad sound.
Oh, okay. I would
horrible.
be jostled by that too.
It was there was no way out, basically.
Looks like Mike Dillon jumped up with you guys a couple times though. Both times at Jam Cuirse. That's cool. Scarrick was there too.
He was like, that dude's jumped up every time I've ever fucking played, I think. He's like, that dude plays 360 days a year. So he probably takes 5 days off a year to play. Every time I've ever played, that dude's standing there doing something.
Awesome. Yeah, Mike's great.
Yeah,
Scarrick's wonderful.
That dude is, jammed with him a bunch.
Nice. You did the Jam Cruise. Mixed results at best, we'll say. The Florida dates. And then you guys in 2014 played a couple of nights in New York City, Brooklyn, Woodstock, New York, and then you were off and running.
And you did not do that part, Wylie?
No, don't you remember I did the holographic thing?
Man,
do you not remember the holographic? You had to set it up.
Of all things, that was actually cool because
holographic fucking I was there.
The show in New York was killer. Puddle's Pity Party opened up. That was the first time we met that dude.
Oh, was that far back. I didn't realize Puddles went back to 2014.
He was the opening act at that New York show, and it was funny because he came in the venue while we were just about to sound check, and Les started and saw him sitting there when he wasn't in his makeup or anything. Yeah. And, Les has got this thing where nobody's allowed to hang out during sound check. And so Les is like looking at me. He's like, "Get that guy out of here." And I kind of go up to him like, "Hey, man, it's kind of a closed sound check." He's like, "Oh, okay. My name's so-and-so. I'm Puddles." I was like, "Oh, and I kind of look at Les and look at him. I'm like, "Well, if you could just stand over there where Les can't see you." And then it all worked out. But that was when we first met that dude.
That's awesome. He was
that show was good. John Popper was there.
Oh, nice.
Actually, from Blues Traveler. I don't think he played.
What was he packing? Did he got some weapons or what?
I don't know. I just remember him sitting in the back. And then the other photographer dude, Danny Klink, was there. He played harmonica that night. I remember
Why do you not get Les out of my sound check when I'm doing my sound check? Why didn't you get him the fuck out?
This is a really important question.
Like,
your contract was like a piece of tissue paper that said, "I need beer and a toilet." That's all it said.
Okay. No green.
You got to get your act together, Wylie, if you want demands, dude.
Fair enough.
Time to hire an agent.
Yeah. Then then the next day was that thing in Brooklyn was really bizarre. It was like a radio show kind of thing.
At the Rod and Gun Club.
The Rod and Gun Club was like some dude's fucking front living room that was kind of a bar that was kind of like just a hangout room. It was the most bizarre thing ever. It was like some dude's PA that he brought from his brother's fucking living room. I mean, it was
Oh my
it was
goodness.
absolutely bizarre. And we got through that somehow. And then what was the next one after that we did?
Woodstock, New York, Bearsville Theater.
I don't remember that.
Okay. A lot of these venue names, it just sounds like you guys were playing taverns. There's Mr.
Yeah,
Small's
everything was
Theater,
a bar. Yeah, totally. There was
George's
nothing above
Majestic Lounge in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah. Those were all
Fayetteville's
killer,
a hip
dude. It was
town, though. I know about that.
Okay,
they
I've
were
never been
killer
there.
because
I
it
got
was
brother-in-law
tiny little.
there, no doubt.
It was great because they were little clubs, and Les and Keo were like sitting right in front of everybody. There was never more than a couple hundred people. I mean, in general, there were some bigger shows here and there, but I mean, for the most part, we were filling in these little towns at some bar, and like 200 Primus fans would show up and go ape shit. Was hilarious, man. Usually something really funny or dumb happened that Les would instigate happening on stage or something was super fun and funny.
Yeah.
That was
you
the
never
thing
knew what was
about
going to
Kehoe,
happen or
though.
who
Like,
was going to get up
seriously,
on stage.
like I thought you and Kehoe had a problem. Do you know about that?
We had a problem? Say what?
Well, he said one time, he said to me, that dude isn't fit to eat with pigs because of your table manners. He told me that.
About me?
Yeah, he said that. But I stuck up for you. I said, Tim Soya is completely fit to eat with pigs.
You're a good man, Wylie Woods.
Yeah, I know. I got your back, buddy.
I'll tell you why he would have said that is because one time we went to dinner in New York City at some fucking 5-star highfalutin, $2,000 for all of us meal, and I ordered a steak and I asked the guy for A1. And and the whole the needle skipped on the record like at the table kind of thing.
Oh my god, I never heard this story.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" Les like, dude. He like kind of leans. He's like, "Don't fuck. Dude, you're embarrassing us." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I just want the fucking A1. Is that bad? Who fucking cares, man?" The guy went to the restaurant next door and found some A1 and came back and handed it to me. And Les just stood there shaking his head.
They had it. They fucking had it because in the back, that's what they eat in the back, right?
That's right.
Because they love A1 is the best. There ain't no doubt about it, right? Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You want A1? You ask for it, man.
No, I was making that shit up, but we just got a good little story out of you for sure.
Yeah,
there's 10 zillion.
Way to go!
And we're recording, right? This is recorded for history, correct?
Well, I don't remember where it was, Wylie. I don't remember if you were there, but we did a gig. It might have been in Cincinnati. I'm thinking Cincinnati.
I wasn't there.
Kent, Ohio, Kent Stage.
That's the one. It was this funky little theater on the campus. Like this weird, had continental seating where the seats go all the way, like the left to the right. There's no aisle down the middle.
Okay.
And there was all these dudes jumped the seats and were just crowded as fuck down in the front, right? They're twanging along, and this one dude right in front of Les is holding out his business card, like obnoxiously holding it at Les, like, take my card, like in the middle of the song. And Les is twanging and playing, and the guy won't stop. And Les finally just stops the song, which is normal. At any given moment, a song could stop on Duo de Twang, and it would take a left turn to something.
Oh, yeah.
So this was one of those moments. Les stops and says, "All right, dude, what the fuck, man? Give me your fucking card." And he gets the card, he looks at it, and he's like, "All right, fucking Steve Blojo, fucking whatever your name is, tattoo shop." He's like, "Okay, so you got a tattoo shop. Is it good?" And then another dude, like in front of like Keo's side, goes, "My tattoo shop's way better than his."
Oh god!
And Les is like, "Well, wait, we got some competition here. You got a tattoo shop, and you got a tattoo shop." And they're like, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "All right, Soya, let's get this on. We need to arm wrestle to see who's got the best tattoo shop in town." So I fucking run over and I grab one of the amp rolling cases and roll up the center stage. I pull these two dudes up.
No way.
And these two dudes, fucking Les, I put my hands on their hands, and Les is like, "All right, guys, this is for the trophy or the championship tattoo shop in Kent, Ohio." I'm like, "Go!" And these guys fucking arm wrestled. One dude slams his hand down, and it's like, "Okay, now get the fuck off my stage." And they went right back into it. And I was like, that was that.
Yeah, only Les can do that shit, because anyone else in the world says, "Oh, I fucked that up. I'm gonna start over." No one else can do that shit. He's like, "Oh, I fucked that up.
I mean, that became
and everyone likes that shit.
But that became what we looked forward to every night was when Les was going to just randomly stop in the middle of fucking everything and say something stupid and go, "Who's that dude right over there? Get that guy up here for a second. I asked that guy a question." It's like,
I know. There were 2 times where I was doing the best solo of my life where it was actually going to be the only thing that ever mattered in my entire life. And then he just stopped and goes, "Oh, you're wearing a rattlesnake thing." And he starts talking to someone. I'm like, actually, that was the best solo I was going to play in my entire life right there and then. And you just fucked it up.
yeah.
You know, that was it. That was my only chance in life to kill that shit. But
and away it went.
About rattlesnake boot, bitch, or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, that dude. He's got his vision out there, talking to people and all that shit. So.
And he'll do that at a Primus show to a degree, but with these Duo de Twang shows, they were so small, intimate, and informal that I'm guessing, he was just doing stuff like that every night.
Did you see some of those shows or?
Now the only one I saw was the Hemp Fest.
Yeah, that was a horrible show.
Man.
Your show was shitty, Josh.
I had a good time, although I will say...
Yeah, but we didn't because it's setting up and trying to play and shit. It was
the one thing I remember about that show more than anything was when Les introduced you, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Wylie Woods," and you went to the mic and you had your mandolin or your banjo, whatever you had. Mandolin,
yep.
And you went, "State of Jefferson," and you backed up. And you went ding, ding, and you went lean back in. "State of Jefferson." Ding, ding. And you did it 20 times. And Les is looking at you like, "Dude, okay, it's not funny anymore, dude." And you kept going, "State of Jefferson. State of Jefferson."
They didn't know?
"State of Jefferson." And everybody's like, "Okay, dude, we got it. We're in the State of Jefferson area. Okay, flying State of Jefferson."
Hold on. This is amazing. I don't remember this thing, so this is kind of embarrassing for me that he's mentioning this, actually.
That's the only thing I remember from that show, dude. I don't know.
Honestly, embarrassing that I did that and didn't get no reaction.
Well, you only have so much to work with at the Hemp Fest.
This is a great interview. I didn't know.
I'll tell you what, if you're in for it, I've got a really insane side story that came out of that fucking gig, if you guys want to hear it.
Of the Hemp Fest? Of course. I was there.
Okay, hold on. Does the guy with the forehead that's barely a forehead right now want to hear it?
Yes, he does. Of course. You have no idea how much he's loving every minute.
He wants to hear it too.
All right. So after
little forehead man wants to hear it, then I'm good.
After one of those runs, I fucking get a call to go do guitar tech for All American Rejects. You remember that band?
I remember the name.
Got a call. "Hey, can you go do this gig with these guys? Just one show." "Where is it?" "It's in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia," wherever the hell that is.
Holy crap.
I was like, "Yeah, what is it?" They're like, "Oh yeah, it's some, F1 festival they do before the F1 goes on in Kuala Lumpur, and them and some other bands, whatever the hell." "Okay, cool." Talk to the guitar guy. I'm like, "Yeah, no big deal, blah, blah, blah." "Okay, cool." So go to do that gig. The day before we left, the tour manager called me. He goes, "Look," or maybe he emailed and he goes, "Look, everybody, just be fucking sure you don't have anything in your backpack or your bags or any drugs or pot or anything, because it's zero tolerance in this country." He's like, "I'm not saying anybody can't do whatever you want to do when you want to do it, but if you get caught with anything in your bag, we're not going to be able to come to your rescue, just so you know." I'm just like, I don't fucking do drugs. I drink beer. Yeah. Big fucking deal. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Got it. No problem. So we fucking fly. We get on the plane. We fly. We land in Kuala Lumpur. And when you land in an airport, you go to immigration, customs, grab your bag, go to customs, and you leave. Well, they have this thing that they do for famous people called meet and assist. So you get off the plane and you go up the gangplank, and then there's a lady from the airlines that says, "Hey, come with me." And then the band guys go to the right to go to this private, customs and immigration.
Awesome thing. Yeah.
And then somebody will go get their luggage and it'll get in the van. It's just kind of this famous people.
You're awesome. Yeah.
So we're all on the same flight. We're walking up the gangplank and we fucking meet and assist is there. And the tour manager's like, "Come on, crew, you guys can come with us." Oh, fucking cool. So we take the right turn with the band and you go into this hotel lobby with couches and snacks and drinks and you just hand out your passport. 20 minutes later, they come back, give your passports back. Hey, grab your bags, let's go. Your luggage is already in the van. Oh, fucking cool. We get in the van, we go to the gig because we had to load in and do a sound check that night, because the gig was the next afternoon. So we get through all that fucking rigmarole, finally get to the fucking hotel at like 1 o'clock in the morning. After flying 15 hours on 2 flights, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Get to my room. Fuck, dude.
What?
Unzip my backpack to fucking pull something out, and there's a fucking bag of mushrooms sitting at the top of my fucking suitcase.
Dude.
Like, just sitting there.
You did it.
They came from the Hemp Fest?
Did it. You got mushrooms through
Right
it.
when we were done at the Hemp Fest, some fucking hippie comes up and gives me a bag of mushrooms and a bag of weed.
Okay,
Hey, give this to Les, man.
Oh shit. Are
Here's
you saying no, because that Hemp Fest, are you talking about the Hemp Fest we were at?
Yes.
Shit, dude. Because they gave us all this shit right then and there.
So the dude hands me the drugs.
God.
Well, so being the guy that I, honest as I am, I go, hey, Les, dude just gave me a bag of weed and a bag of mushrooms. They're for you. And Les is like, I don't want any fucking mushrooms. I'm not taking that shit. I'm like, I'll take them. Me and my wife will take mushrooms again someday. So I threw them in my backpack. And it was the next week that I went and did this gig. And I forgot they were in there.
Yeah,
dude,
because I remember that because those people felt bad about what a shitty show it was. And they tried to like give us a bunch of drugs and shit. I remember that. I was on the bus. Dude.
I almost threw up and fucking flushed him down the toilet. And I was like so panicked. And I could have been in jail for life or punishable by death. They say on the plane when you're landing. It says, anyone caught with drugs is punishable by death.
Tim, they would not kill you. They would keep you around for sex stuff.
Okay, well, that was that fucking goddamn hippie show is where that all transpired from. So there's a story for you. How about that one?
That's outstanding.
Tim, do you have any recollection about the show where Les invited a fan up on stage to do backing vocals on one of the songs?
He did that almost every night.
I read a recollection on Facebook about someone who got invited on stage, and it was really cool to read.
Oh,
every
nice.
single night. If there wasn't a famous dignitary in the crowd, like a Lur or somebody, he would just grab anybody random, would come up and sing the La La La
certain
part.
Songs, like with Duo de Twang, they had one song where they wanted choruses.
Oh, Pipeline, right?
It was Pipeline.
Yeah.
No, but this was something else. It was not Pipeline. It was another song.
I mean, it's another random Les moment where some guy probably was screaming and yelling, "Let me sing!" Les said, "Okay, get up here and sing this fucking song." Okay, now get off the stage.
Yeah,
there you go. He would do that. I mean, it was like, okay, then sing the fucking song, dude. Yeah. Okay, now get off the stage.
How was it with the Reformed Whores? They seemed cool.
Yeah, they were super cool. They were fun.
They did some backing.
They did their thing, and they came out and did the Pipeline.
They were the coolest. It was like. I think if you could imagine with them, like they were like kind of a comedic duo, not like really a band, right?
More like a comedy show.
And what they were doing, and then let's grab them and put them on tour with them. And they had to like just make it all happen. But he had a Duo de Twang, and then the Reformed Whores opening up, and they were, it was pretty amazing.
Nice.
What they were doing. I mean,
it was funny. The crowd dug it.
Footage of them.
If nobody was around, they'd be the ones that come up and do the Pipeline, every night. Yeah. It was cool. Yeah. They were pretty much on everything once I started. Almost.
I want to ask about a couple spots too, because in March, on that same run with New York and down into the Midwest, you guys made your way down to Austin, Texas. And you played a gig at a place called Weather Up, but the next day, 2 shows at a food truck. That's what this says. That's what this show history says.
I mean, if a bunch of weird shit went down at that. We did. It was South by Southwest. The first thing we did is we played. What does it say? There's 2 things we did there.
So the 12th of March was Weather Up.
Okay.
And then the 13th was 2 gigs at a food truck.
Okay. So the first day we played at a club.
Yeah.
And it was down in this area where there was tons of bars and tons of people and the streets were closed because the festival was going on. There were shows in every every goddamn door was some show. So we played with some slew of bands. Duo de Twang played, and then we loaded out and left. And the next day we went and Les played at some children's tent, something. It was where there was all these food trucks parked around.
Oh, that was his solo gig?
The I Won't Galv benefit for the children.
Oh, that's what that
Something.
was.
I can't
Okay.
remember. It was just me and Les went and did it. I don't think it was
Okay.
Duo de Twang. I can't
Hey,
remember. We found out the next afternoon
the fuck,
after we left that gig the night before, like an
Frankie?
hour later, some dude fucking drove his car through a bunch of people in the streets, like
Holy shit.
terrorist
Oh,
style.
fuck. That's fucked up.
That's terrible.
And we didn't
Yes.
find out till after we were done doing that Iowan girl, whatever that was. We did that, and then we found
Okay.
out as we were leaving town. We saw it on the news. We're like, dude, and it was right in front of where we were, like an
Oh,
hour
damn.
after we left. We had
Really?
almost were like right there when it all went down. But
Wow. So, and that was right at the end of that run. Austin, Dallas, and then New Orleans at the Howlin' Wolf. And then
Yep.
then you guys reconvened in June of 14, starting in Sacramento at the Ace of Spades, then the Great American Music Hall, which has lots of guest appearances.
yeah,
Wiley, you were there, of course.
But the
Merv,
Great
Gabby Lala.
American. And you
And-
know who I
yep.
was with, right?
Who were you with?
Well, there was a bunch of people, like Great American Music Hall. It's like that, the Colonel's fucking backcountry, that's his house.
Yeah. Oh,
So he
for
can
sure.
do whatever he wants down there, right?
Yeah.
So everyone shows up down there. Right?
So how was it? Yeah, how was it getting to hang with Merv and Gabby and Boots Riley was there? Awesome. What a lineup.
Okay, well, I mean, I did barely any jamming with Boots, but man, I've jammed with like Gabby a bunch of times, but man, jamming with that dude, I wish I had more time to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like that guy. It's just hard. It's like, you do your job, you can only like do this and that. And I'm kind of like put into this progression where I'm just like the hick dude or whatever. But yeah, jamming with Boots is the best.
Nice.
I'll tell you something real crazy that's real hard. It's like I've seen a bunch of people the way Les goes and he's like, oh, I'm going to do this song. And he puts people up there and makes them do a solo or something.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's fucking complicated.
Yeah.
It's more complicated than you can imagine. And I've watched everyone eat ass on the
man.
lead. You've seen everyone not make the best lead ever when he goes, go. And everyone's like, all doesn't know what to do or anything. It's in a weird chord and the time.
I think that was only you, Wiley. Everyone else seemed to kick ass.
Oh my God, dude. Everyone did that.
Well, you must have held your own, Wiley, because you were up there a bunch and you
No,
kept coming back.
I had a couple times, maybe 2 times where it went good out of 150.
So it sounds like these tours were a lot of fun, very casual. You guys sounded like you had a great time on stage and off, and you were living large on the giant tour bus. I mean, what'd you guys get up to on off days? Because it's just 5 of you. It's not a huge production, so I'm imagining you have some downtime here and there.
I don't recall off days. I recall us gigging almost every day.
No,
Okay.
It was so
we was
easy.
working it was all work.
No play.
Whatever. Go get food and beer. I don't remember, dude, if we did anything. We took a day stop in Area 51 area, and we took a tour with some local town dude drove us around.
Awesome.
That
That
say,
wasn't
oh,
me. I
there
wasn't
was an
even there for that.
alien thing happened over here, and this woman used to live there, and she was. It was like this weird thing that we did was okay. Then we got back, we ate food, got on the bus, and then continued on. That was like one of the only things I remember we did that wasn't just go get food and beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
My other question about life on the bus is who drank the most beer after Kehoe?
Me, of course.
Okay, just wondering.
He didn't even drink that much beer.
Oh,
Because
really?
he did. Where were you? You must not have been on much of the tour then. I'm getting it all wrong.
Maybe he was on his best behavior for Wylie Woods.
Well, Keo got in trouble at one gig, and
Okay, wait a minute, because I was in trouble too.
You
Santa
guys
Cruz.
both got in trouble at Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz.
Oh, boy.
dude,
Oh, it's
Kehoe
so
got
bad.
in so much trouble that night. It was so
Yeah,
fucking
me
hilarious,
too.
dude. Well, every day, me and Keo would be drinking Coors or beers on the bus, hanging out, and then do the gig. And Keo would always drink beers on the stage. And he started drinking the 24-ounce canned beers they'd have at some of these bars. You could get it like a PBR in the can, like a 24-ouncer.
Really?
and Santa Cruz was one of them.
Oh boy.
And so Les would always drink a screwdriver, like a vodka orange juice. And so it was up to me to run and grab him a screwdriver right before the show, get it right
I
before I'd
remember
walk
that.
him
Yeah,
up.
Duo de Twang. It was a screwdriver. I remember that.
And so we're at the Santa Cruz gig, which was at the Catalyst on the big room, in the big room at the Catalyst.
Yep.
And Brad was there. I was like, Brad, fuck, there's a problem with something. Can you run and get Les a double screwdriver for the stage and grab Keo one of those big tall cans? Brings it up to get started, and Keo fucking finishes the can and looks at me and gives me the sign of like, get me another one. Oh, okay, cool. So I run in the back, or I run to the bar, grab another big tall can and hand it to him. And right as I turn around and walk off, Les like gives me the signal to come over. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, he wanted a beer. And he's like, okay, whatever. And then they keep playing. And then all of a sudden, Les had to take a piss. He's like, Keo, Wylie, you guys fucking do something. And he's like, Soya, come with me. I got to take a leak. Okay, cool. So we jump off the stage and you guys did whatever. And we go to the fucking bathroom in the little dressing room back there. And Les is taking a leak. And he's like, dude, what are you doing bringing him a beer on stage for after he already had his beer? I'm like, God, he's an adult, dude. I got him a beer. He's like, you can't do that, dude. You can't let Keo run away with the booze like that on stage, dude. He'll take it too far, dude. He'll start fucking shit up. Be cautious, like don't just give Keo all the booze he wants. And I was like, okay, dude, got you. Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. All right, I won't bring him any more fucking booze tonight. Okay, got you.
Wow.
So we go back on stage. The next song is BOOZE, the Keo Nation song, right? Right. And so they're playing the fucking song, and they're playing along, and the song at the very end, it goes BOOZE, and then Keo goes, booze, and he says booze, right? Right when he said booze, he went like this and leaned back and pointed his finger forward and said booze really loud. And he fucking fell ass over tea kettle off the back of the riser, tumbled,
and he knocked
over Wylie's amp and broke the fucking cord into it. The whole fucking thing. It was like the most hilarious thing ever. And right when that happened, I look up at Les and he's got his glasses down on his nose and he's looking at me like, you see, motherfucker? You see what's fucking going on? I was just like, oh my God.
Is this legal to talk about? Is this
of all times that Keo drunkenly fucking fell off the riser was 2 minutes after Les said, don't give him any more booze because something crazy is
legal to talk about is all I'm saying.
So funny.
Tim, I just went over some full concerts. The fan on stage wasn't a regular thing. I think it was kind of special after all.
Les would pull, not quite often. If there was 30 shows, it happened at 10 of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
makes
sense. Yeah.
If there was nobody there or the Reformed Whores weren't on the gig for whatever reason, it was a crapshoot what was going to happen when it got to Pipeline. Sometimes I got up there. Sometimes the bus driver got up there. Sometimes it was just some random dude he just grab out of the audience would sing the Pipeline part.
Do you remember when Les prompted a person in the audience to pick a single string of the guitar for Keo to perform his solo on?
Oh yeah,
that became a nightly thing actually.
Yes.
The best one was the night that the guy picked the low E string. The big fat top E string, and Keo just went, dude, come on, really? And he did it. It was killer, Keo rips, man. He totally ripped that one up. That was great.
I wanted to ask you, Wylie, about when you're on stage and you're playing some of these tunes. What are some of the tunes that you really looked forward to playing?
Not that many, really.
I mean, you had some good ones. You had Jerry, you had Bridge, you had Battle of New Orleans. You had some of those classics.
Some of that stuff, but those are all weird chords for a mandolin, right? They're all in like B flat or what the fuck ever. And I love playing Jerry because I actually know it, and it's a blues. And I want to play the blues, but I got cut out of that. I mean, I like playing Jerry, no doubt. Nice. But a lot of those things are just like, a lot of them are in C too, by the way.
How's that on a mandolin?
C's good for like some people on mandolin, but like it ain't my chord. You know what I mean? I don't like C. I mean, I like G, D minor, fucking A minor, E minor. Like I want to, like the shit I play that like makes me feel like I'm meaning something ain't in C. Like I fucking hate C. It's the worst chord there is.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Well,
when I played with him, I had to just put tape on my fucking instrument because all his shit, it ain't no chords.
okay. So you had to do some work to figure it.
Actually, he helped me. Actually,
Okay.
Les like put tape on my fucking instrument. He's like,
really?
oh, just do this. Because he's got like little LEDs on his fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like all, oh, well, he just put tape on my things. It's like, oh, because it's like all his songs are like not in no keys, I know.
Right. Yeah. Some would argue there are no keys whatsoever
at all, right?
So the Santa Cruz show, didn't we go do the Placerville Hangtown Festival the next day?
Next day, but me and Kehoe were in trouble.
I was in trouble because I gave Kehoe booze and he fell off the riser.
He fell off twice and he broke my amp, remember?
Yes, I remember. I had to fix it, dude. Of course I remember.
You fixed it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, it was.
But now the funny
Yep.
thing was we did that Placerville thing, and then the next day, me and Les and Brad had to drive down to Mountain View, Bay Area, because Les played with Tom Waits at the Bridge School Festival.
Oh,
wow. That was the next day.
And so I was Les's bass tech for that. And so the funny thing was we got through that Placerville gig. Wiley, you and Keo were in trouble, and it was kind of a weird gig because Les was kind of in a weird mood. Les is cool as fuck. He'll only be mad for a day, and then he gets over it, and then he's cool, you know. But the next day, we get up, and we rented a car because the bus went away, and me and Les and Brad drove in a car down to Mountain View. Or I think we drove that night, actually, after the gig.
Okay.
We loaded up into this rental car and took off. And Les wanted to drive, so he's driving. And I'm sitting in the back seat, and Brad's in the front seat, and we're cruising down. And all of a sudden, Les like turns the music off and starts giving me the old, "All right, dude. So we gotta talk, man. I just gotta let you know all that shit that went down with Keo and why he getting drunk. We gotta like maintain ourselves on it." You know, like he started giving me this talk, and the whole time this is going on, Brad is in the front seat texting me, going, "See, I told you not to give him booze." Like, ha 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 ha, like totally fucking with me. While Les was like giving it to me, you know, like I was getting like scolded by the schoolmaster, and he's like, "God damn it, Brad, you fuck," and I'm texting back, "Fuck you, you asshole. You're the one who brought in the drinks," you know. It's like, it's so funny, man.
The good news is, Wiley, even if you got in trouble, you're still around, and you know you got to do some really cool stuff in New Year's Eve 2015. You were on stage for Pork Chop's Little Ditty. Yeah. I was there. It was really awesome to see you playing Pork Chop before
I'd like to do that again. I mean,
that was awesome. So it was such a perfect
best thing about that was, you know how hard it is to go. I went and got real pig ears for that.
I did see you were dressed up. It was really cool.
I go to it's the feed store. So getting ones to match, a left and a right that match, is extremely hard.
I didn't know that was I thought those were just like costume ears you had on that night.
No, dude, those are pig ears.
Shit, I wish I would have known that. That's legendary.
So I had to like sit there and have 300 of them laid out so I could get a right and a left to match.
Wow.
Frankie, are you getting all this info? This is some like killer inside scoop right here, man.
This is mind blowing. Yeah.
Like,
even Soya didn't know that one.
To make those ears make an ears and match ears, it's extremely hard.
I do remember you killed it on that.
Like in a batch. Like I even have to go to different places to like match ears. Matching ears is really hard.
Your attention to detail is admirable. That took a lot of time, I imagine.
So then what came after all that, after the Placerville? I know we went to Europe. Was there any more other gigs other than that?
Yeah. So 2013 tour ended at the Hangtown Halloween Ball in Placerville. And then you guys picked up in 2014 on the cruise.
Because that was the last time I really toured.
Okay.
And then there was the Jam Cuirse, which was one thing. But that Halloween thing, do you remember they had these costumes? Do you remember that?
I remember the show. I remember we had to leave that night. That's all I remember. Should have been a hotel. So then what happened after the Jam Cruise, Josh? What did we do?
Yep. So Jam Cruise, the Florida dates, and then Northeast, and then through the Midwest down to Austin and Dallas, New Orleans. That was March. And then picked up in June 2014, Sacramento, Great American Music Hall, Petaluma.
Where was the Petaluma gig at?
Petaluma was Lagunitas.
Lagunitas?
Yep.
I didn't play that.
Yeah, we did their big beer circus, I think.
Yeah, I was not invited.
And Soya was on drums that day.
That's right.
Really? Oh my God, dude.
Because
Yeah,
it was kind of me
Are
and
you
Keo.
fucking kidding me? I was not invited.
Me and Keo were doing our Black Cat grave, and Les, of
Oh,
course, was
right,
there.
right,
So
right.
Angelo
Oh, yeah.
sat in on that one too, actually, from Fishbone.
Oh, Angelo was there too?
And he sat in with us and
shoot.
did one of the songs. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was California, Arizona. There was a fest in Colorado, and then Europe for 4 gigs.
Did you go to Europe with us, Wylie?
No, and I would never.
Europe was
Europe
crazy.
with you, Timmy.
What did we do? We did some place called the
fucking
Copper
way.
Penny or
I would
something in
never do
London.
it.
The 4 Europe gigs, London was Islington Assembly Hall, and then 2 Netherlands gigs, including Roskilde, and then Amsterdam at the Paradiso.
Oh my God,
That
so
sounds
funny,
good,
dude. All right, I'll tell you a couple things that went down.
Paradiso.
When we did Roskilde is like a huge festival, right?
Right.
It's been going on for a long time. Multiple stages. Some stages are like 60, 70,000 people, and some are like smaller tents. And we were playing in a smaller tent, side tent. And I think the tent probably held about 5,000 people. It was pretty big, And me and Mills set up the stuff real quick. There's nobody in the tent because everybody's out watching whatever other bands. If you're ever at festivals like that, people come and go through tents. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't just stand around. They'll go and see another band because there's a half-hour wait.
Yeah.
So we get done doing line check, and Les is like, "Yeah, what's going on, man? Is this gonna I'm fearing this is gonna be terrible." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Dude, nobody gives a shit about Duo de Twang in fucking Finland." And I was like, or where, Denmark, wherever we were. And I was like, "No way, dude. This is going to be fucking killer. I can tell. I know it, dude, because everybody's fired up. Everyone's okay." And he was really worried. I remember that no one was going to be in the tent. And so, okay, let's go. Time to walk. Mills goes to the front. I walk with the band. And we go to walk on stage, and you could hear the tent had people in it. We fucking pull the curtain. It's packed. 5,000 fucking people. Packed. And fucking Duo de Twang just killed it, and everybody fucking loved it. It was amazing.
Nice.
Wow.
Then the Amsterdam show at the Paradiso was a late afternoon show because
interesting.
The Dutch national team was playing in the final or something for some soccer, right?
Ah, yes.
Something was I can't remember if it was UEFA or what it was. It was it was either Ajax, the Dutch, but I think it was the Dutch team because everybody was wearing orange. So Duo de Twang had to play at like 4 PM or something, or 5 PM. They played their set, and they instantly fucking cleared the house and started setting up chairs, and this big fucking screen drops down, and they were playing the game in the venue. So they wanted us. I mean, it was sold out. I mean, less sold. The Twang did like 1,200 people. It was killer.
That's awesome.
But it's like, everybody get the fuck out. Soccer's coming on.
Hard out. Yeah.
And so we sat around, drank beers, and everybody was drinking, watching the game. And, it took us 10 minutes to load out because it was a fireplace and 2 amps is all it was, So,
right.
Yeah, the Paradiso is in this area right downtown Amsterdam called the Leidseplein Square. And we walk out into the square because our hotel was just off the square. And there's fucking a million people partying because the Dutch team won right as we were leaving. So it just turned into this manic fucking party scene. And we were like, whoa, everybody's throwing beers around and wearing orange, and you couldn't even walk down the street. It was crazy. But Duo de Twang championed in Europe, man. I remember all those shows were great, man.
Yeah. After that, there were a handful of dates in the States in August, Southeast, Midwest, and it ended with the final 2 shows were Burlington, Vermont, and Modown Festival in New York State.
I remember the Burlington show.
Frankie, did Trey show up at that one?
No. I don't remember.
And then, since then, Duo has played sporadically, here and there in 15, 3 gigs in 16.
That was my show.
Oh, the New Year's
Silver
Wait a
Anniversary
minute.
Extravaganza.
Frankie Forehead? Hold on.
That's Frankie's forehead talking.
Come on.
There was a 2016 gig in Petaluma at the Mystic, and Wylie, you were there for that one.
That was a benefit for something.
That was a salmon benefit.
The salmon benefit. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay.
All the salmon fishermen got fucked on something, and we did a benefit to raise money for or something.
That's right. That was 2016, and then the only Duo de Twang performance since was at the Hop Monk for Turkey Day in 2023.
Right.
Yeah.
I might have been there for that.
Wylie, you were there.
I was there. Okay.
Played on a whole bunch of tunes. Now, that one was Les and Merv.
Oh,
Then I wasn't there for that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, so I got to say, playing with that motherfucker
With Merv?
is fucking crazy awesome because it's like me
He's
and
the
Kehoe,
man.
like, I know Kehoe, like, he's like my buddy, right? Playing with him is like a little bit different, but that other guy, man, I love playing with that guy. You know
Merv's a shredder, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
Soya said it before. Merv's the king. And I
He
take
is the
that as
king.
gospel.
He is the king, man.
I know, but Kehoe is too. You guys got to understand. It's like,
Well, you ask Kehoe about Merv, and he'll say Merv's the king.
I know, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's
I know what you're saying. Kehoe
I'm glad
rips,
to play
dude.
with either one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Who else would play with me? Is all I gotta say. Like, why the fuck would these guys play with me? You know?
Man, you got to go see Uncle Sea Monster, dude. Merv rips in that one.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I've seen it, and I hate surf music. Okay.
Is there a qualifier?
I hate surf music. So I'm glad I'm getting on air saying this shit. He's the best guitar player in the world, and I love him, but dig it. And that band's great, but still,
Okay.
I don't enjoy that music. Okay.
Okay. The stuff he does with Brain and Extract is
Okay, let's just go
incredible.
back and talk about surf music for
So-
a minute. It's lame.
The last thing I saw you in, Wylie, and I was delightfully surprised to see you in it, was the Whamola ad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I caught you in there because your eyes were darting back and forth, and I was like, I know that face. So it was really funny to see you in there for a split second. How was that?
Trabajo es trabajo. It doesn't mean I support that platform at all.
You're in it, but it's not an endorsement. Okay, good to know.
You didn't get a free bass out of that deal?
No.
You didn't get a
If
whole
they
bunch of
gave me
Whamola
one,
shipped
then
to you?
No, I didn't. No, come on. I'm just saying. Yeah, give me one, and I'll fucking make I'll put it next to my wood stove to hang some fucking my shorts off it when the shorts are wet or something. Like, honestly, it's like that. What the fuck? Honestly, it's like.
Oh, man.
I just met that girl who carves them. She's really cool. What's her name? Megan, maybe?
Megan Wells?
Megan
Yeah,
Wells.
I just met her for New Year's. She was really cool.
Gonna
She
be on the
baked the
pod
crew
soon.
some killer white chocolate chip cookies. Was amazing.
Oh, very nice.
Well, for loadout was killer. She showed up to help us out and brought cookies.
Josh, can I please mention some of the lesser performed songs during the Duo de Twang tours?
Please.
Oh yeah.
Here's a list of some of the rarer Duo de Twang performances,
All right.
including Too Many Puppies, One Better, Highball with the Devil, Green Ranger, Up on the Roof, Hats Off, Cosmic Highway, Those Damn Blue Collar Tweakers, Here Come the Bastards, A Boy Named Sue, 4 Foot Shack. Surprisingly, the title track of the album was only performed twice, ever.
Oh, interesting.
Groundhog's Day, Tommy the Cat, The Answer Jig. Oh, Fisticuffs. There you go.
Oh, there you go. There's some nice rarities.
Well, that is amazing.
Wow.
Is there a question there or no?
Wasn't one of those boy named...
I'm on an interview here.
Yeah.
So, you got a question or what?
wasn't one of those Boy Named Sue performances
Cage.
with Cage? Yeah.
With Cage, yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I knew Cage since he was just a little pup. So like seeing him go and do that shit, playing Boy Named Sue and shit, like in Colorado or something, I was definitely like checking it out and like going, yeah, way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like I've known him since he was a little kid, getting sick fishing. You know what I mean? So.
He's all grown up now.
And he's very, very talented person. So.
Absolutely. As are you, sir. It's been great talking to both you guys hearing these wonderful Duo de Twang
Legendary
stories. These are
anecdotes.
awesome. Soya, thanks again for joining. And
No problem, man.
And Wylie, it was great to have an extended conversation with you.
And we got it all done.
And we got it all done. Great talk, guys. Thanks.
See you, Wylie.
No.